Good morning to you. Hope you can see me alright. It's pretty dark in here. I had a bunch of lamps on. They're not on right now. I'm sure you saw my video title, so I just want to do a video letting you know what's going on. I don't know how this will come out, but it's gonna be what it is. I'll start with when I moved back to Illinois. I'll start with that. I've gained most of my subscribers since I moved back to Illinois at the end of September. So most people won't know what I'm talking about unless they watched all of my videos. But when I moved back to Illinois in September, it was a pretty quick thing. I think I waited, I don't know, 4 or 5 days in between videos to let people know that I had moved from Missouri to Illinois. And I never said why, other than the fact that I had a good opportunity presented to me and I wasn't going to let it pass me by. And that's pretty much all I said about it. Never wanted to say anything else about it, but I have to right now. You'll see why. So I said in one of my videos a couple weeks ago, I did the 40 questions challenge. And one of the questions was, are you in a relationship? And I said, I'm married. And I am married. I got married in February of 2014 to Jeremy. And you've probably also heard me mention Jeremy in my videos since I moved back to Illinois. So I've been married since 2014. My husband and I have been through a lot, to say the least. And we've actually been apart more than we've been together. So when I got my camper van in Missouri, Jeremy and I were not together. He was back here in Illinois, and I was in Missouri. And right after I got my camper van, we just decided to give it one more shot. So we had everything kind of fall into place. So I went for it. And it's been, I don't know, a couple months, because I came back at the very end of September. And we've just decided the night before last, we sat down and talked. And it just came out. We both feel the same way. It's time for that divorce. And there's no way I'm gonna go into it. There's just no way I'm gonna go into it. So that's that. And I'm going back to my job at the machine shop. I'm going back to my camper van. And I'm going back to my boss's land, which is where that's where my camper van is. That's where it's been. And my son, David, my oldest son, my 20-year-old, he's on his way. He's on his way to get me. So I will not have the internet there. I will have just my regular $40 a month phone planned for now. I'll still try to do a video every day. I was doing a video a day before I moved back to Illinois, which is weird because I've had awesome internet and I haven't even done a video a day. But I'll just go back to doing my video a day, hopefully, and it'll take me a couple hours to upload each video. Before I moved back here, I think the longest video I did was 8 minutes, and it took about 4 hours to upload. I don't get good reception from US Cellular in my camper. I have to set my phone in certain spots, but it's fine. I'll make do with it. I did before. And eventually, when I get my savings saved up, I'll get Nomad internet. It's the best internet. As far as I know, it's the best internet you can get for living in remote places or RV people. And I learned that from Nomadic Fanatic. I'll actually put his channel in my description. He's one of my favorite channels. I have his playlist saved public so you guys can see it. He's one of my favorite RVers. But he uses Nomad Internet. Works great for him. It's pretty pricey to start it, but it's not that big of a deal after you get it started. You have to get a membership. It's just a very good plan for remote areas and for people that are traveling in RVs and stuff. So it's called Nomad Internet. Haven't researched too much into it, but I've learned enough to know that's what I'll be getting. So I'll do the best I can with the internet that I have on my phone. Because after I use my 2 gigabytes, my data's slowed down probably to 3G. So it'll take hours to upload my videos every day. That's fine. So I'm moving back to my camper van, and I'll be on my boss's land. My earliest videos that I did on this channel show where I'm at and all that, which I'm sure I will in the future. It's pretty sad. You know, you spend 7 years with someone, but we have great peace between each other, and it's for people that know my faith. Hopefully you understand every possible way to keep the marriage intact until our dying breaths was pushed to the maximum. And never, even in the midst of any of the worst that we've been through, have I ever been the type to allow myself to be a victim or to do blaming or this and that. But there's been infidelity, so biblically I'm set free, and beyond that we tried to make our, I say that because there's actually a couple people that are my subscribers that followed my other channel, and they know the story of the ending of my marriage, because I did a lot of videos pouring my heart out. It wasn't a drama thing, it was just more like an online diary, I guess. And I have no desire to really talk about that. But we'll be getting our divorce, so that's that. And I'm gonna be leaving here in a couple hours. My son wants to stop by and see one of his friends, and we're gonna stop by, either he'll stop by Gracie's before he gets me, or we'll go there after he gets me and drop some things off for her. He's got a Christmas tree to deliver to her and stuff, so it'll be a while before I get back to my camper and get situated. My boss plugged my camper into the power for me. Well, he said he will on his lunch, so I'll have to plug my space heater in when I get there, so it'll take quite a while to warm it up in there. So I'll be freezing when I get there, but that's fine. At least everything will be hooked up and ready to go, because I do have full power there, so that's a great blessing for me. I've got my solar panels, but I have no idea what to do with them. I don't have a battery for them, so my 800 watts of solar does me no good right now. My other camper, my Nomad camper, I will be pulling out there in the spring, and I'll figure all that stuff out in time. So I've got 2 campers now, but never wanted to leave my camper van. If there was every single camper on this earth lined up, my camper van would be the camper that I would choose every single time. I spent a month in there. I fell in love with it. It's perfect space for me. I feel safe in there. The pull behind, love the pull behind too. I'm sure it has great purpose for me in the future. I'm not sure what yet, but I know I got it for a reason. So maybe even the main one being the solar that came with it. Ross blessed me greatly with that 800 watts of solar. I mean, that's expensive stuff to get, and now I've got 800 watts of solar. So the price he sold to me for, I did some thinking about it, and man, just the solar panels alone are worth that. So it'll all fall into place in time. But I'm not gonna be pulling that out there until the spring. And yep, I'm going back to my camper van and start saving up my money. I'll always be looking for my off-grid land, but for now I'm perfectly fine with being on my boss's land. He's got 20 acres. So it's, well, he's got hundreds of acres, but that's the land I'm on of his is a 20-acre parcel. So it's a good thing. It's weird because the last video I did, I was talking about my prayers and how I just agreed to just give it up to God and said, I'll be patient and I will see this thing through. And then it was just almost immediately that everything unfolded. And it seems to work that way. I don't know if it works that way in your life, but it does in my life. Just when you give it all up to God and you say, I give up, I don't know what to do, so I'm going to just enjoy every day the best I can with you and not mentally push towards something that's just not happening right now. As soon as I did that, things changed really quickly. So Jeremy will be staying here in the house. He likes his job here and everything, and his son lives close by, so he'll be happy here, and so it's a good thing. I have a lot of peace about it. It's sad, but all my heartbreaking and stuff like that was over years ago. And like I said, we've been apart more than we've been together in 7 years. So the past couple months we've spent together has been peaceful and nice, but it's just as far as it's gonna go. So that's that, and I just wanted to let you know, because obviously in a day or two you're going to see me at my camper van, and you would obviously want to know what's going on then, and I don't know if I'll have the internet speeds to do a long video, so I might as well get it out there now. Let's see, I'll be about 39 minutes from both of my sons, so it's the greatest thing ever. I really ready to get there. I'll be getting there after dark, so probably won't put all my stuff away tonight. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll stay up putting away. I actually probably will, knowing me. I talked to my boss about a wood stove, but I'll figure out, because he was going to forge me one. He's got all the equipment to make, to do metalwork and stuff in his machine shop, so he might end up just making me a small wood stove instead of going out and buying a crappy one. He said he'd make me a really good one, so I might end up having him make me one. Let's see here. Now I'm kind of glad it didn't snow yet. I've been waiting every day for my snow, but I could just imagine how beautiful that first snow is going to be in my camper van. And I wouldn't really want to be moving, my stuff and everything with the snow coming down. That would be a little bit harder to do. I'm excited to get back to work. He said his dog died in one of my earlier videos. I had Toby in the video. He had come up to the camper van and was hanging out with me, starting to hang out with me up there. He was 13 years old. He's an old dog, and he passed away. My boss told me he passed away 3 weeks ago. So That's sad. But the pups, 3 of the pups that I talked about in my earlier videos made it. So, since he still has them, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting that boy pup that I wanted so bad. And it was just, Lord, it was just about maybe that small when I left. So I can't wait to see those puppies. But, I just wanted to let you know what's going on. I want to say hello. I hope whoever sees this is having a wonderful day. There's been a lot of changes on my channel since I started. I don't really care. It is what it is. Life, there's a lot of changes in life. And with some people more than others. So, I'm one of those people. Things can be going one way and then things can be going the other way. That's just how it is. As long as my mind's balanced and stable, that's all I care about. Things in life I have no control over, but only thing I have to worry about controlling is my thoughts, my words, and my actions. But as for trying to control my life, absolutely not. Can't control some things. I can only control myself. But I better finish getting ready. I've got everything. I mean, I have quite a bit of stuff. It's ridiculous how much stuff I've got in the past 2 months. I'll have to actually use the cabinets this time when I'm in my camper van. Before, I didn't use the cabinets at all. Just my tobacco cabinet, and I used the bathroom to keep my clothes in. Which next spring, I'm going to have water going in there, so I'll be able to shower in there and everything, because he told me he would take care of if I was going to stay there kind of long term for now, which he said it's perfectly fine if I do. Then we'll figure out, you know, a septic situation so I can actually use the shower and everything, because for now I've got to use the shower up at the house. So the camper's pretty far from the house, and with the snow and everything, it's not going to be as easy as it was when I was there, you know, in the summertime. But I'm not too worried about those things at this point. Taking a sink bath is pretty easy to do for me. If that's how it's going to be, it's not an issue. Yeah, I'm ready to get on the road and ready to go. Jeremy's very happy for me. He knows what I've wanted for years, and there's nothing in him at all that craves the off-grid life. There's nothing in him. You know, he likes to hunt squirrels and stuff and go mushroom hunting and go in the woods occasionally, but him and we are literally 2 different people, which is fine. That's not, you know, the biggest reasons for why we won't be together till our dying breaths, you know. As with most marriages that end, it's sin. You know, there are marriages that you make. You can get married to someone. When I married him, I was 32. Just about to be, well, I had just turned 33. I'm 39 now, but I was 33. And we got married, oh Lord, I think 3-4 months after we met each other. And I was a completely different person when I met him than I am now. The stuff I've learned, I literally couldn't have learned any other way. And he feels the same. And, you know, God can bring someone into your life for various reasons, but that, in other words, here's an example. You know, maybe God brought him into my life, but God didn't ask me to move in with him after, you know, a month. God didn't tell me to do that. So I had held off getting married for so long. I had David, my oldest son. I had him when I was 18, and I got married to his dad when I was 18. And it was a very traumatic, terrible experience. I was very young, and he was a lot older, and it was just not a good thing. And we weren't even together. My oldest son's dad and I weren't even together a year when I was 18, and I got my divorce, and then I never got married again until Jeremy. And I thought I'd waited, you know, obviously a long time to get married. So now I'll have been divorced twice, so there's not one thing in me that ever has... The thing is, I have no desire to be with a man in that way. I love men. I've always loved men. I talk to God about it a lot. I'm so thankful for men. The worst pain I've ever had in my life has come from women, not men. But I treasure men. Not saying I don't treasure women, but I treasure men for a lot of reasons. Main one being my dad is such a good man. I'm drawn towards men like that. A stable, solid, good, righteous men. And I just have no desire to be in a relationship at all. I know things now that I obviously didn't know before. I know what love requires. I've spent, you know, I've been in a relationship every year since I was 17 years old. And now I'm 39. I've given all those years to men. I've only been in three serious relationships. And they were, you know, other than my marriage when I was 18 and that ended a year later, since then I've been in 3 relationships. So I've given all my years, all my youth to being in a relationship. I've just at a different place now, and just gonna spend my days with the Lord. Make my YouTubes, try to work hard, save my money, spend as much time as I can with my sons, and that's where I'm at. So it is what it is, and I'm just ready to get down there. My videos are terrible long, but it's just wanted to let you know what's going on. Hope you can see me in this video. It's dark in here. Dark outside too. Almost feels like it's gonna snow. So yeah, I'm gonna be going back to Missouri in a couple hours to my camper van. So the future videos that you see from me will be from my camper van, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my license. I'm going to give myself a month or so to settle in, and then I'm going to get my license. Then I'm going to fix whatever's wrong with my camper van's engine. I don't think it's an engine problem, because my boss said it's probably something very simple. So he's, like I said, he's a workaholic. He never even took the time to look at it. His junkyard, his scrapyard, machine shop is only a mile from the property, so he just hauled it down there, didn't even look at it. So it's probably a pretty easy fix. So I'm planning on getting my license and then fixing the engine, which will open up a lot of future opportunities for me if I do decide to go somewhere. So those are my plans, and yeah, I just wanted to share that with you and let you know what's going on. Hope what I said made sense, and probably said too much, but whatever, it is what it is. Just letting you know, I am leaving Illinois, and I thank God for that. The state is good people in this state, but the state in general is just a terrible place to live. For you know, for freedom's sake, it's just not a good state to live. But alright, I better go. This video is really long. My videos might be getting a little bit shorter. Maybe not, because I figured a lot more things out. I didn't know how to edit like I do now, which I still have a lot to learn, but I know more now than I did when I left Missouri. So, I better go. I just wanted to let you know what's going on. So I will probably see you tomorrow.